Assalamu alaikum everyone. I'm Asha Kumari from the Ryan Teaching Institute, Development Students. Let's talk to Maya today, and conservation. The topic is
Hi there. Anything interesting happening today?
not so far Maya. I have topic today is the role of creativity in problem solving. For this, my first question is, what does creativity mean to you?
Um, got surviving the day, right? And diving straight into creativity and problem solving. Smart. To me, creativity isn't just, to me, it's not about eat. Did you say to eat? Yeah, I did. Sorry about that. Transcription's being a little wonky. You were saying, to me, it's not about eat. Is that right? Or am I still mishearing? It cut out mid sentence. Let's try again. What does creativity mean to you? We were on that track, and I'm all ears.
And you can tell me, what
Everything.
does creativity mean? Creativity mean. Okay.
Right. Sorry about that. Sometimes I jump the gun. To me, creativity isn't just about art or music, though. It definitely includes that. It's about finding new connections between things, seeing possibilities where others don't, and not being afraid to try weird stuff. It's basically a different way of looking at the world, you know? A bit of a mental remix.
That's true. And how can creativity help us solve problems?
Okay, hold up. Did you say HIVT? I think the transcription might be off again. Was that supposed to be AI? As in artificial intelligence? Just want to make sure I'm understanding you correctly.
Okay, I'm
Okay.
asking,
Still
how
not.
can creativity help us solve problems?
Uh, okay, my bad. Totally lost you there for a sec with the transcription hiccups. Right. Creativity and problem solving. It's huge. When you're stuck on a problem, creative thinking lets you break free from the usual ways of looking at things. It encourages brainstorming, experimentation, even happy accidents. It's about not taking the first, most obvious solution, but digging deeper for something more innovative. Honestly, most problems aren't solved with logic alone. They need a creative spark. Does that land?
That's good. Now, can you tell me how we can solve a problem in a creative way?
Okay, so what problem are we tackling? You mentioned,
Any problem if we have, how can we solve that problem?
okay, any problem. Gotcha. All right, here's a kind of goofy but useful framework first. Reframe the problem. Instead of how do we fix X, ask how might we? That little shift encourages more open ended thinking. Then brainstorm a ton of ideas. Seriously, the more ridiculous, the better. Don't judge them at first. After that, look for connections between seemingly unrelated ideas. And finally, prototype. Try something small, see what happens, and iterate. It's basically failing fast, but with intention. It's messy, but it works. Does that make sense as a general approach?
Yes, it does. Then why creative ideas are important in everyday life?
Because life is just one big series of problems, honestly. But seriously, creative thinking isn't just for big official problems, it helps with little things too. Figuring out a new route to work when there's traffic, finding a fun way to get your kids to eat their veggies, even just making a boring meeting more engaging. It makes life more interesting, more adaptable, and honestly, more fun. It's not just about solving problems, it's about making the most of everything.
That's true. Then how does curiosity help to become more creative?
Ooh, good question. Curiosity is basically the fuel for creativity. If you're genuinely curious about things, you're constantly asking, what if and why not? That questioning mindset forces you to look beyond the surface and explore different perspectives. It's like giving your brain more ingredients to work with. A curious person is always learning, and new information sparks new connections. And those connections are where creative ideas are born. Curiosity is the seed, and creativity is the flower. Does that resonate?
Yes. And what simple things we can do to boost our creativity?
Hmm. Simple. Okay, I've got one. Do something completely different, like way outside your normal routine. Take a different route to work, listen to a genre of music you never normally choose, try new food, visit a museum you wouldn't typically go to. Basically, shake up your brain's usual pathways. Novelty forces you to think in new ways, and that's a quick way to jumpstart creativity. It doesn't have to be grand, just different.
All right. Then, do you think mistakes help with creativity? Why or why not?
Absolutely. Mistakes are gold. Seriously. They force you to rethink your assumptions, try new approaches, and often stumble upon something even better than you originally intended. It's like a happy accident. If you're afraid of making mistakes, you're going to limit your exploration and stifle your creativity. Plus, analyzing why something went wrong can be incredibly insightful. It's not about celebrating failure, but about learning from it. A fear of mistakes is a creativity killer, plain and simple. What do you think?
Yes, I do think the same. And can you tell me why imagination is important in solving problems? Why it is important, and what?
Okay, so imagination and problem solving, huge. Imagination is where you play with possibilities before you actually try them out in the real world. It lets you simulate different scenarios, visualize potential outcomes, and see things from multiple angles. It's like a mental sandbox. Without imagination, you're limited to what already exists. Why is solving problems important? Well, everything is a problem, right? Seriously. Life throws stuff at you, and being able to solve problems, big or small, is what allows you to adapt, grow, and thrive. It builds resilience, boosts confidence, and opens up opportunities. It's a fundamental life skill. And imagination is the engine that drives effective problem solving. It's the what if that leads to aha. Does that track?
Yes, it does. And what happens when we don't give up and keep trying new ideas?
That's where the magic happens, honestly. When you refuse to give up and keep experimenting, you build what's called grit. It's that stubborn refusal to be defeated, and it's a superpower when it comes to creativity and problem solving. Eventually, you'll either find a solution you wouldn't have discovered otherwise, or you'll learn something valuable about why things didn't work. Even failed attempts provide information that can lead to breakthroughs. It's about building momentum and trusting the process, even when it feels frustrating. Perseverance unlocks possibilities
Okay, and how does creativity make problem solving fun?
because it turns it into a game. When you approach a problem creatively, it stops being a stressful obstacle and starts becoming a puzzle to unravel, a challenge to overcome. It's about experimentation, playfulness, and finding unexpected solutions. It's way more engaging than just grinding through a logical process. Plus, when you come up with a creative solution, there's this little burst of dopamine. It just feels good. It makes the whole process feel less like work and more like exploration. It's about enjoying the journey, not just getting to the destination.
Okay, then what creative tools can help you solve problems?
Ooh, good question. Lots. Brainstorming is the classic, of course, but also mind mapping. Visually connecting ideas can be super helpful. Then there's Scamper, which is a checklist that prompts you to substitute, combine, adapt, modify, put to other uses, eliminate, and reverse elements of a problem. Storyboarding, even if you're not an artist, can help visualize solutions. Yeah, and don't underestimate the power of just doodling or free writing. Sometimes letting your mind wander can unlock hidden ideas. It's about finding a technique that clicks with your brain. Do any of those sound interesting?
And My last question is how can creativity help solve big world problems?
That's a big one, but a really important one. Honestly, the big world problems, climate change, poverty, inequality, they aren't going to be solved with the same kind of thinking that created them. We need radical innovation, new perspectives, and a willingness to challenge the status quo. Creativity allows us to envision alternative futures, design sustainable systems, and develop solutions that are both effective and equitable. It's not just about technology either, it's about social innovation, artistic expression, and fostering empathy and understanding. Basically, tackling these massive challenges requires a massive dose of creative thinking. It's the key to building a better future. What are your thoughts on that?
Thank you, Maya. You told the detailed answers to us today. Have a nice day. See you next time. Bye.
All right. Glad I could help. You too. Have a good one. And yeah. See you next time.
Thank you, everyone, for watching this Maya Sesame Conservation with ChatGPT. Have a nice day. Bye.